I have a question I wanted to ask you. What is some of your favorite memories of all time that you have? And how much would you give to actually be able to go back to that very moment of that very memory and actually relive it? And would you do anything differently if you were actually able to go back and to relive that very moment? Would you enjoy it a bit more? Would you be a bit more present? Would every second be a bit more valuable? And now try that same thought experiment, but in the reverse. Think about every moment that you're currently living, even now listening to this podcast episode, as if you specifically came back from the future to this past moment and you're living in this moment. Wouldn't you be also more present? Wouldn't you also enjoy this moment more? Wouldn't you value every simple moment of that day? And wouldn't it just seem more special? And I think it's so interesting how sometimes we discard the mundane moments or just things that happen on a day-to-day basis, and we kind of just want time to pass. But sometimes looking back, those moments are some of our favorite memories that we've had. And there's this saying, not saying, but the quote that this old lady says that just brings tears to my eyes every time I hear it. She said, I would give everything to be able to go downstairs and see my husband just reading a newspaper and having his morning cup of coffee. And every day I was seeing it and I was just, taking it for granted. And I was not thinking that it's something special, but I would give everything now to just relive that moment. So with this episode, I wanted to encourage you to think about every moment of your life is truly special, because it's just the meaning that we assign to a certain moment that would make it either special or not. But every moment truly is, because if we think about how much you would value it if we could relive it and go back, if you could relive that memory, and how much you would actually just take all of it in. So why don't we just take all of it in? Why don't we just take that frame of reference that I just mentioned, as if we came back from the future to this very moment, to today, to tonight, and be present. Treat this moment for what it truly is, a very special one. I hope you enjoyed this reminder. Maybe it's something you needed to hear today. And I hope it brought you a sense of presence and a new sense of appreciation for life, and that you can always use this frame of reference and start thinking about every mundane moment as a truly special one, if you think about it as you came back in time specifically for that moment. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening, and I see you in the next episode tomorrow.